Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the Tier 5 Soviet destroyer, the Gnevny. This match is on the map Big Race, and I am playing the Tier 5 Soviet destroyer for one of the last times because I already have the Gnevny now, so I probably won't have a result as good as this in the ship for a long time. This is a trap, or rather a zone mode, which is super annoying in my opinion, but sometimes you just have to deal with it. The teams both have one carrier. They have 4 DDs, we have 2. I decided to head into the zone at the start and just shell enemies from afar because I am fairly high tier in this match. I mean, they have like South Carolinas and stuff, so I can simply outrange many of the ships, or at least have on par to their range, so I can just sail around and shoot like this sad South Carolina here. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention, wait, no, I did mention it. Next weekend's Friday will have a 20-hour stream for me, so yeah, be there if you want to watch it on Twitch, that is, the stream. It's the 19th or 20th of December, and it'll probably start on Friday my time, so if you're like in the US, it'll be at a different time. Anyways, I'm behind an island, but sadly the island is literally in the way of me firing at the South Carolina. So I'll start reversing, because I do want to be around here, because it's a lot safer than being out in the open, but I mean, it does inhibit my firing a little bit. So I try to reposition a little bit. It's surprising, I have over 30 hits on target and no fires. Literally none. Well, the South Carolina did get hit by torpedoes, which is nice, I guess. I'm glad the torpedo bombers aren't going for me. Only took 36 hits on target to start a fire. Interesting. Okay, I'm not spotting the South Carolina. Well, at least I got the second one too immediately, but I mean, kind of a waste because the second one happened in the time the first one was damage control party. Oh well. I need to finish the South Carolina because there's a cruiser and a destroyer incoming soon, so hopefully I can just pick her off. I mean, she only has 2000 HP left. I mean, how hard can it be? I would like to fight the destroyer, but I don't want to fight the destroyer with the cruiser at the same time. That would be rather unfortunate. Although it's a Kolberg, I mean, maybe it's okay. Maybe I can just fight the Kolberg alone. But I do want to pick the South Carolina off before that. Because leaving this one alive, I mean, would be kind of useless, wouldn't it? I like how the last shot on the target got a fire. Like it's somehow useful. Anyways, let's start moving. Maybe I can shell the Omaha from afar. Also, I'd like to pick that Izaka's off. I mean, she is a ship I can definitely fight in a one-on-one situation and come out on top of. I'll shell the Kolberg while I'm moving over there, because I do want to be a lot closer to the Izakaze before I start really fighting her. And this Kolberg is conveniently low HP. I slowed down so that other ships would have a harder time firing at me. I mean, it would be like a dodge, and the other reason is that I wanted to slow down so I don't get outside of the firing, not range, but So there wouldn't be an island between me and Kolberg. And the Kolberg was killed, sadly. Killed secured by somebody else, but at least I can start firing at Isakaze now. It is a bit scary to fight these low tier DDs though, because their torpedoes have really low reaction time. Like, you don't have much time to react, and the momentum on these ships is enough that you could accidentally turn into one. On top of that, they have like 30-second reloads or something, so they shoot very often. I swapped AP because I imagine I'll be shooting at this Omaha, and she is giving me broadside, so I should be able to get some nice citadels. I decide to use smoke here, so that they can't fire at me directly as much. And I needed to be careful of torpedoes. Actually, I'm glad these torpedoes are visible here, because this means that I don't have to worry about Isakaze torpedoing me now. And also I switched back to HE because the Omaha stopped giving me broadside. And maybe it's a good idea to switch back now. Yep, let's switch back. So I can pick the Omaha off. Also, I need to remember that the Omaha could torpedo me as well. And Isakaze's torpedoes are up soon, so switch back to HE and start moving. On top of that, I want to pick up the Isakaze anyway, so I need to move anyway. Okay, Isakaze ran behind the island, which is a bit unfortunate, but maybe I can fight her. The sad part is that she is getting closer to that South Carolina, and the South Carolina can be scary. I fire these torpedoes because maybe they will be able to hit. No, never mind. I figured the Isakaze might be coming in close and trying to torpedo me. In that case, these torpedoes might have hit her, but she is turning away. Oh well, it's not that big of a deal. I need to keep turning and or slowing down and speeding up, so that the Isakaze's torpedoes would miss, or keep turning away, so that I would have more time to react to the torpedoes. But it seems that I was needlessly worrying. And Isakaze definitely cannot match me in a close range gunfight, so that was the death of her. Okay, well, now I think fighting that Mayogi would be good enough, because I am at range and the Mayogi only has 6 guns, so on top of that, most of the ships have been picked off already, so there won't be much chance of like other ships suddenly jumping in and start to fire at me. And I'll start getting closer to that Gnevny-class. Until then, I mean, if I can do some damage, and wow, 2 fires, that's pretty fucking rare. I just wish it had given me like 1 fire. And what? Another fire? Oh my god. Okay, this is bad. Gnevny spotted. Rather, the Gnevny spotted me. I do open fire back, but I definitely want to run away here, because I think that I am at a massive disadvantage. Oh my god, I'm gonna run aground too. Fuck! I think I just need to stop firing, then I should disappear for a bit, and I should be able to run away properly. I almost ran aground too. Wow. But yeah, I disappeared because I stopped firing. That's good enough. Okay, I guess I can start firing soon again, because I'll be able to run away properly if I so decide. But the main reason I didn't want to fight the Gnevny was because of the St. Louis. Because if that St. Louis opens up on me, I'll have a very short life. Like, sure, I'll be able to dodge like 1 or 2 volleys, but eventually my luck will catch up with me and it just won't go very well. But the St. Louis does have limited range, so at this point I can fight this Gnevny no problem. Although I do need to keep in mind that there's still a Gnevny-class around and a Mayogi that really doesn't like me. Sadly, it seems that our team isn't doing so well, even though I am doing extremely well. We only have 1 cruiser, 1 battleship, and one carrier left, one of each, I guess. And I don't understand what this Gnevny-class is doing. Is it like trying to pull my attention so that the torpedoes hit or something? Because engaging a Gnevny in a gunfight isn't a very good idea as a Gnevny-class. At least I think so. Also, a good Confederate. Very nice. I guess I'll try to pick up this Gnevny then, or the St. Louis. Actually, I would really love to pick up the St. Louis. Like, I could definitely do it because I can just outrange the St. Louis. And then later fight the Gnevny, I guess. So let's just pick up this St. Louis. On top of that, I could utilize like islands or something. Also, it's one of each on both teams. Both teams have one DD, one cruiser, one battleship, and one carrier. How symmetrical. Well, I think the St. Louis has had it. It seems the Gnevny is coming in actually, so I might want to start moving. On top of that, I want to move anyway so that I can keep shelling the St. Louis. And if I could just start another fire here, that would be good enough. I start using speed boost because I want to later catch up with either the Gnevny, and I want to not give a good shot for the Gnevny on me. Also, I just ran aground like an idiot. Oh well, it's okay. The Gnevny is a really nice ship though. I like her, but I'll be honest, I like the Izyaslav more. Because she just had more torpedoes. And I found that to be much more useful than, you know, having torpedoes of this guy. And she actually had one more gun too. I don't understand what people like about this ship. I don't like see what's so special about her over the Ognavoy. Like, the Ognavoy feels like the same ship essentially to me. Okay, yes, it has 2x2 guns. This has 4x1, but isn't that like the same thing? I mean, Ognavoy feels completely fine compared to this ship to me. Like, I don't see what people dislike about her. But anyways, I had to be careful about that Mayogi, but I do want to keep shooting at this Gnevny because it seems she has it out for our Langley. I mean, I don't know what the hell our Langley would be useful for, like why I'm trying to defend them, but hunting a Gnevny down alone would be incredibly annoying, so this is the perfect opportunity to pick her off. I mean, and even if the Langley does die, I still have help from that Wyoming. Speed boost wore off. Okay, yeah, I think this Gnevny has had it. She doesn't have an engine anymore. I got high caliber. Took quite a while, a lot longer than the Confederate this game. Okay, good. And now it's time to pick off the Mayogi, I guess. And we'll probably just cap it, because I don't think I could go and kill the carrier in time after this Mayogi. Yeah, and our Langley died too. I guess the Mayogi did do something. But it's a Wyoming on my team, who hopefully can just keep spotting the Mayogi. I mean, then I don't even have to hump this island. I can just stay in the open and smoke. Okay, it seems the enemy carrier doesn't have any planes, which is good, I guess. Not that it really matters. I mean, what's she gonna do with those planes anyway? Okay, let's go back, yep, around the island again. And now all that just has to happen is the Wyoming needs to keep spotting this Mogi and I can just pick her up. Absolutely no problem. Fire, that got repaired. Keep hiding, I guess. Hopefully I'll get another fire now. I don't really need to hide, but it's just better to be safe. I mean, it might be like him suddenly getting a detonation or something. That would make it incredibly unfortunate. Wyoming, why did you fucking stop spotting the Mayogi? That's like all you fucking had to do was keep spotting her. Oh well, whatever, let's just dodge shells then. I want to keep dodging while turning closer, because I find people have a hard time firing at these kinds of angles. I mean, at least I have a hard time firing at those angles, so I imagine other people have too. I have torpedoes, as is asked, but they only have 4-kilometer range. That's why I replied with they are 4 kilometers, because I imagine that the person who asked that just doesn't know. I mean, it is low tier, so it kind of makes sense. I guess if we had a carrier, we could have her spot the Langley and then we could shell, but that's okay. Capping in zone is incredibly quick, so not that big of a deal, but look at the stats. It originally looked like I had an incredibly hard time getting fires right, but in the end I got 17 fires, which probably makes me incredibly lucky. So I guess somebody, RNGesus, as in somebody took pity on me and was like, wow, you got like 1 fire in like 40 shots. Well, let me give you 16 fires in the next 150 shots. And this was a great game in my Gnevny at tier 5. Actually pretty amazing if you think about it. 5300 experience, Confederate and high caliber. 7 kills and 17 fires. And even 4 citadels and 213 hits on target. I got almost 1800 base experience, which is really good because at low tiers they don't get as much experience as higher tiers. But 7 kills, that's amazing. And this is a good, this is quite a bit of damage actually. I mean, that's like 96k. And I made 300k credits. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.